Here's oh, dear friends, gather round and listen closely. For I have a tale to tell, a tale of woe and disappointment, of dreams shattered and hopes dashed upon the rocks of incompetence. A tale of Hereford College of Arts, Hereford, a place that promised the world but delivered only despair. As I stepped through those hallowed halls, I thought I'd found my haven, my sanctuary of creativity and self-expression. But alas, dear friends, I was mistaken. The moment I set foot in that crumbling edifice, I knew something was amiss. The air was thick with the stench of neglect. The walls seemed to sag under the weight of mediocrity. My tutor, that supposed guardian of knowledge, didn't even bother to learn my name. Can you believe it, friends? A whole year, and not once did they take the time to recognize me as an individual, to acknowledge my presence in that drab, uninspired classroom. It was as if I was just a statistic, a mere number in their ledger of failed dreams. And don't even get me started on the so-called disability support. Ha! It was a joke, a cruel jest played on those of us who dared to be different. No, dear friends, they didn't care about our struggles, our triumphs, or our very existence. We were mere afterthoughts, mere inconveniences to be tolerated, not valued. But what about the creative environment, you ask? Oh, dear friends, it was a stifling, suffocating atmosphere, one that crushed the very soul of creativity. Conformity was the name of the game, and heaven forbid you dared to be different, to think outside the box. No, they wanted automatons, not artists, not thinkers. And the facilities? Oh, the facilities were a nightmare, a labyrinth of broken dreams and shattered hopes. Outdated, inadequate, and woefully maintained, they seemed to scream, "We don't care about you, we don't care about your education, we only care about lining our pockets with your hard-earned cash." But what about the career's advice, you ask? It was non-existent, a mythical creature that only existed in the fevered imagination of the administration. They didn't care about preparing us for the real world, about giving us the tools to succeed. No, they only cared about churning out mindless drones, devoid of passion, devoid of soul. And the accommodation? Oh, dear friends, it was a horror show, a veritable house of horrors. Damp, neglected, and overpriced, it seemed to mock us, to taunt us with its very existence. "You'll take what we give you, and you'll like it," it seemed to say. But I'm not alone, dear friends. I'm not the only one who suffered at the hands of Hereford College of Arts, Hereford. There are others, oh so many others, who have been failed, who have been betrayed, who have been left to pick up the shattered remnants of their broken dreams. So I ask you, dear friends, what's the point of it all? What's the point of promising the world and delivering only despair? Is it merely to line the pockets of the administration, to feed their bloated egos? Or is it something more, something deeper, something more sinister? I don't know, dear friends, but what I do know is that Hereford College of Arts, Hereford, is a place of broken dreams, of shattered hopes, of irretrievable loss. It's a place that promised the world and delivered only darkness, only despair. Bear, 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 bear. I'm looking into crimes near Hereford College of Arts, Hereford, you know, and it's just so depressing. Like, I want to warn you guys about some scams that might happen when you're visiting. Businesses near Hereford College of Arts, Hereford, are like, really friendly, but you gotta be careful, you know. There's this one YouTube video exposing scammers in Hereford, and it talks about people taking advantage of public goodwill. I think what happened was, some scammers saw an opportunity to make some quick cash, and they started doing fake charity collections or something. They probably walked around with a fake donation box, asking people for money, and some tourists might have fallen for it. I predict the victims were probably embarrassed and felt stupid for trusting them. They might have even cried like I am right now, thinking about how they got scammed. And what about the scammer? They probably just laughed all the way to the bank, feeling proud of themselves for being so clever. But, you know, it's not clever, it's just mean. That's basically it, you guys. I couldn't find any more specific scams near Hereford College of Arts, Hereford, that would affect tourists like you. But just remember, be careful when you're walking around, and don't trust everyone who comes up to you with a sad story. Trust me, I know how it feels to get scammed, and it's not fun.
The state of businesses near Hereford College of Arts. Hereford, if you were hoping for a charming, well-run selection of cafes, shops and leisure spots near Hereford College of Arts, prepare for disappointment. The businesses here seem to operate under a shared philosophy of mediocrity, where overpriced disappointment is the main course, and poor service is the side dish. Let's start with Old Market Hereford, a place that should be the beating heart of local commerce, but instead feels like a corporate ghost town. The parking is a nightmare, £6 just to park, followed by a 30-minute queue to escape, because the exit dumps you into traffic lights that move slower than a student on a Monday morning. The charm of the old cattle market. Gone, replaced by chain restaurants and shops that locals describe as pompous and overpriced. One visitor summed it up perfectly: if you want actual shops, go to Cardiff or Worcester. Here you get lukewarm tea, dry chicken, and the lingering sadness of a lost cultural identity. Then there's the bookshop, which is not actually a bookshop, a fact that surprises and frustrates many. It's a restaurant masquerading as literature, and the deception is the least of its problems. The food, a gamble. You might get a steak cooked properly, or you might get one so underdone it could still moo. The service, inconsistent at best. One couple was repeatedly denied seating in the restaurant area despite it being half empty, while an older pair waltzed right in. The staff's attitude ranged from indifferent to outright rude, and when complaints were made, they vanished into the digital void. No responses, no apologies. For £18, you could get a plate of inedible lamb or a dessert that tastes like it was forgotten in a freezer. Halo Hereford Leisure Centre should be a place of wellness and relaxation. Instead, it's a masterclass in frustration. The phone lines, a black hole, call 20 times, no answer. The app, unreliable, book a slot, show up and find out it didn't register. The classes, overcrowded, with kids teaching kids and progress as mythical as a clean locker room. The cafe, closed early because why serve customers during operating hours? The only thing consistent here is the disappointment. And then we have Cozy Club, where the only thing cozy is the temperature of the food, ice cold or burnt to a crisp. The service is so slow you could write a novel while waiting for a burger. One group waited nearly 2 hours before giving up and fleeing to Nando's. The menu reads like a culinary experiment gone wrong: curried mayonnaise, gravy mayo, spinach with cod. It's as if the chef closed their eyes and pointed at random ingredients, and if you're lucky enough to get your meal, it might still be raw. Chicken pink enough to blush, pasta hard enough to crack teeth.